Hey everyone, welcome back to Toyota Duo. My name is Josh, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get the spare tire out of the back of your 2025 Toyota Tacoma. Now this will work on all the 5th generation Toyota Tacomas, and I got two here actually. I've got one that's my personal truck, actually my wife's. It's a 2025 TRD Off-Road iForce Max. And I've also got an SR5 next to it as well. So this one's just the iForce. The reason why I've got both is I want to show you where the jack is, as well as the tools to get your spare tire down. Now for those of you that do have a Tacoma, if you don't already know, your spare tire is going to be directly under the bed. So you can see it right there. Now the TRD Off-Road does have a full-size spare tire. One thing to keep in mind is not all the SR5s do. So if you take a look under here, you've got a compact spare underneath the SR5. Now it still fits the full-size spare under there, so if you guys do get one of these, you can still swap out the tire, put the full size in there. But anyways, let's show you where the tools are. We'll start with the SR5. It's going to be the exact same between the two. I'll show you this. So we're going to pop this little tab right here on the back seat. It's going to be on the passenger side back seat. So we lift that up, and if you take a look under here, you've got all the tools that you need, right? So this is the the pole that you put together, as well as your jack is going to be tucked underneath here. And that's on your SR5. Now on the TRD Off-Road, it is going to be the exact same, but I'll still show it to you. Sorry, TRD Off-Road as well as iForce Max. So the iForce Max has it in the exact same spot. So you can see right down there, it's going to be on passenger side. It's going to be tucked away in here. Now to get these out, it's pretty easy. So you just push down. I'm not sure if you can see that super well, but you push down here and then you can just lift. And you pull it out just like this. So got this piece here. So this is the tire storage instructions. You can see failure to properly stow tire may result in damage, yada yada. So we'll put that down there. Now my jack is going to be right here. In fact, it's kind of interesting to get the jack out because it's not tied in there like the other. So you actually just take this piece right here and you twist it. So keep twisting it, lefty loosey, righty tighty. You guys know how that works. So you're going to see that it actually pushes on this metal bar over here. Now that it's a little bit looser, I'm going to loosen it quite a bit more actually. You really want to make sure this doesn't rattle back here. There we go. So now you can see I can just pull that out. And then these are all the pieces that you're going to need to jack your tire, or so to jack your truck up as well. And you can see that, as well as get the spare tire down. So today we're actually just going to show you how to get the spare tire down. We'll show you where you can attach it to get everything up. So in a separate video. But yeah, let's move to the back. Okay, now that we're at the back of the truck, I'm going to show you how to lower the tire so you can get it put onto your vehicle. Now you've got this that was in the back of the truck there. It has the equipment that you're going to need. There's 4 pieces. So first, these 3 right here. So you're going to see you've got 2 poles, and then you got one with a little hook on the end of it. This is what we're going to actually be using to lower the tire. Now the 4th piece is this one here. It does have the socket, so you can take the lug nuts off if you do need to change your spare tire. Now this one right here, you actually also can use it to lower the spare, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Now it is important to put all of the pieces together. It's going to be a lot harder to do it if you try to just do 2 or just try to get 1. In fact, it may not reach. So put all these together, and there are little push things right here so you can see it stays stuck together. And then I can actually take this piece and I'll put it right here. So if you guys can see that, and I've got this really long pole that I can do this with. Now I'm going to grab you real quick so you can see where we're actually going to be putting this. Now right above your license plate, you've got this itty bitty hole right there. If you guys can see that okay. In fact, I'll zoom in on it so you can see that. So right in here is where you're going to be pushing in the rod. So let's move you back so you guys can see how that works. Okay, now we're going to get started lowering the tire. Now this is, first off, I'm going to let you know this is a little bit deceiving because this is a hook, but it's not actually hook onto anything in there. So what it's going to do is work more like a flathead. So when we push this in, I'll make sure you guys get a peek in here as well so you can see where I'm putting it. But you get it in there, kind of twist it around a little bit until you feel it lock in like this, so you can see now it's not really moving. And you can use this as leverage. So now all I'm gonna do is lefty-loosey. I'm just gonna keep spinning this. In fact, we might speed this part up real quick so you can see the tire drop.
You can see right there, tire's dropping down on a chain. Yeah, we'll definitely speed this up a little bit.
There we go, now it's dropped. Now that we've got the spare tire down on the ground, I can actually show you what it looks like underneath to where we have to actually put the rod. So you see I got the rod right here, put it through that hole. It's actually gonna be right there. So you'll see this white little circle. That's what it looks like. So that's where you can actually drop this spare tire. You just keep doing lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, and you'll drop the chain. Now you'll notice right here, and this is where you're gonna have to get down a little dirty if you are needing to change your spare. This, you gotta make sure you lower it enough to where you can turn this anchor. So you can see this right here. If I have it in there, this is what's holding it up. So if I do need my spare, I've gotta drop the chain enough to where I can pull that out. And then I can just grab it and pull the tire out. So, but now that that's back in there, I'll show you how to raise it up. It's actually the same process, but at least you guys will have that video. So, all right, now that we're done with the spare tire, we're gonna get it put back up. So as you remember, we put the anchor back into that center part of the wheel. This is gonna go back into that little slot. And now instead of lefty-loosey, we're gonna do righty-tighty. So we're gonna start moving it up. And again, I might fast forward this, but at least you should be able to start to see.
See if it's raising, yep it is. So now it's raising up a little. And we'll zoom through this, because it'll take a second. Yep, there it goes. Oops, sometimes it'll slip out, because again, doesn't hook, make sure you're pushing that in. We'll lift it up.
About right there. And then make sure it's tight, so you just take it, just grab it. Make sure it's tight up in there, because you don't want that spare falling out anytime soon. And then double check it. Seems good. Maybe I'll tighten it just a little bit more. But then we're all done. So you just take this apart, put it back in your bag, and then you guys are good to go. So, but again, thanks again for watching. That was a quick how-to on how to get your spare tire down on your 5th generation Toyota Tacoma. If you have any other questions like that, drop a comment down below. I'd love to make another video for you. And I think we'll probably get a video on how to actually swap your spare on the or just on the truck itself. But this is how you can get it down if you ever need it. So, but thanks again, and we'll see you next time.